VOD watchers, I'm Xena Unlimited. Today I'm going to start with Honkai Star Rail. Later I'm going to play some Final Fantasy with Soul and Jitter. That's the plan for today. If you like what you see, drop a follow. If you really like what you see, subscribe. If you want to stay up to date for when I go live, check out Discord, Twitter, and other social media for the going live message. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Future Psycho. On with like a little bit of start stuff. Okay, so I went to bed late and woke up late. There's only gonna be 2 hours of Honkai, and then it will be 5 hours of Final Fantasy.
Old friends, meet yet again.
Okay, there we go.
Old friends, meet yet again.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to... Let's get this done. Teleport back to the story. I should do dailies to work on Yunling, or Yunli, but it's fine. Let's do story for now. Also don't. I should also do the weekly, but it's fine too.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Phantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No, no. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Shao's questioning.
Okay, what does that mean? Or, since it's the Marshal's orders, do we need to step aside?
No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Shao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Shao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Oh, it's got those colors again, the like red and green. Yuling also has the like red and green, but like not as much as like this is the hearts again that are on like what's it called? What's she called? Juyi. On Juyi, she's got those hearts that match the color scheme. Oh, maybe they're supposed to be like fire rather than hearts. So this one's like flower petals. Oh well. Oh, hello Sue and hello Hugs. Hello.
Yes, it's this case right here.
The case gleams with muted luster, crafted from a material neither wood nor metal. Its surface is masterfully woven with metallic threads outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers. Okay, they're supposed to be lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Laofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Laofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside.
It's just
I don't
a
mean to
box.
boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhu-Ming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering, who would be worthy of such a sword? And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yan Xing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Laofu as the Ringmaster.
Oh, that sword
so
is
it
doomed.
seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Fei Zhao is right. It'll either be death or disaster when these two clash. Fei Zhao is right.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Why don't you choose Danhong? Why don't you choose me? Just accept your fate, March. Just accept your fate, March. You're gonna be cute in the clothes.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you?
Oh,
I remember you
speaking-
mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
That tone that he just used, though, is like the tone he uses when he's like being like compelled to speak instead of like actually speaking on his own, like the goofy tone.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Happy to become the best swordsman on the Express. It won't be a walk in the park, that's for sure. So up to you. Time to become the best swordsman on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Something is wrong with the
I've never
Trailblazer.
missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huaiyan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Or who something. It was too much. Too fast.
General Huaiyan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
I'm surprised the Trailblazer didn't react to the misspeak. Unless it's just they decided he's got, like, set lines through this event. But typically he reacts when he, like, misspeaks like that. So we got them beside each other. I've been coughing the entire time. It's not until I start stream that I start to, like, cough and Okay, let's see who else we can talk to. Okay, we have to talk to Yanqing. What about... Yeah.
I think we strayed off topic.
No.
How did things even get to this point?
I think part of this one is because instead of dinner I had a nutrition shake, and so it's like drinking milk. And I had a piece of cake or whatever. So I think it's like because whenever I have like milk and stuff, I do get like coffee, like I cough sometimes, but this is a pretty bad one. I think it's just like chest congestion or whatever. Or like my sinuses draining. Yeah, like Soylent or something. Because I was like, I woke up at like 9. And then like it took me a while to wake up, and then I was hungry but not hungry. Yeah, I don't think that's how lactose intolerance works either. It's just whenever I have like something like thick, like a milkshake or ice cream or milk, I start coughing. It makes my like mucus get thicker. I think it's just like a matter of I need to clear it and then I'll feel better. So I gotta like cough it all up. So I'll let them continue and I'll remute and resume coughing.
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huaiyan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time.
There's not like any other like symptoms, it's just like congestion. So it's probably just like congestion or something. I might, if it gets too much worse, I might go take something for congestion. Like, though the only thing I have is cold medicine, so I don't even know what I should go take. I might go look for something if it doesn't clear up soon.
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
It's kind of interesting that the Trailblazer's not like speaking out loud anymore. He was only speaking out loud in front of that general. But the things he was saying were not the like options I was selecting, so it's kind of strange. I wonder if it's something that like some sort of power the guy has to compel speech or something.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
In Arm Alley.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell Resonance System every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats.
Are Fei Xiao's
How's your health
ears
holding
longer?
up?
It might be. She might have longer ears. Or just the Foxian's having such big...
Still
Yeah, she does
stable, I
have... She's like a
suppose.
Finnick fox.
Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements, a moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling Prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
No, they're at war. They've always been at war. They're at war against the Abundance, against the Foxians, like she's bringing up here, against the Borisin, which are these, like, werewolf people. Though, I didn't know they were werewolves until they, like, attacked at the, like, beginning of this, like, little story bit. That the Borisin were werewolves. I thought they were just, like, I thought the Borisin were, like, feral Foxians, is what I imagined the Borisin to be. That they were, like Foxian, but strong. Because, like, the Borisin are mentioned in, like, some of the, like, readables and stuff, and, like, have been, like, name-dropped a couple times. I guess, though, like, the one where it's, like, a novel, like, it's supposed to be, like, a famous, like, martial arts novel that they have, like, an excerpt of. I think werewolves are mentioned, or the Borisin are mentioned in that. And, like, as, like, being more monstrous than what I was imagining them to be. So, like I said, I just imagined them to be, like strongman Foxians or whatever. Not werewolves. So they're at war with the Borisin, they're at war with the Abundance. And I don't think the Swarm's around anymore, but I think they used to be at war with the Swarm. Just, like, anything that, like, is too alive. Anything undying they want to kill.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
I just also had a remembery thing. I remembered when the Borisin attacked at the beginning, they had, or at the like beginning of this arc, they had these handcuffs on. I'm like, the handcuffs are kind of familiar. Where have I seen them before? I wasn't thinking. There's a set of armor that is like Borisin, like containment stuff or whatever. I think I have it on Blade. I'll have to like open that up in a bit. But it's the handcuffs and like a slightly different like face mask and like some other stuff that's like meant to like contain the Borisin, I'm pretty sure.
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hulei's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
So that's how it's gonna tie back to what Welt and Himiko are doing. After a day of running around, you finally arrive at the Petrichor Inn for a well-deserved rest. This night, your restlessness from meeting the general and the bustling crowd before the war dance keeps you from falling asleep. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donhung go?
Feels like there's something wrong with him. Like he's like sounding too incoherent. Like when he was speaking before too. This is just they decided that he's got a silly voice forever because of the few bits they did where he was like speaking separately. Okay, let me show the Borisin containment gear. It's under relics. It's this one. Prisoner in deep confinement. So like it's like a wolf head. And there's like seals. Like where like the mouth and eyes like pass through, and same with the like the shackles. And the shoes. And the rest of the like outfit. Does not seem like pleasant equipment to wear. Does it say for them? A lot. Oh, this entire thing's about the Borisin. Oh, and specifically I think about the one that's like captured, because it's like the warheads. Yes, this entire section's about like the Boris and like the one that's been captured. Okay, what are we going over here? Up to March.
There you are.
Two young kind of master waits on their apprentice's doorstep. March, show some respect to your master. Oh, there's
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you? I woke up especially early so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
What will you do? March is always a good girl.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yun Li?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
March 7th waves to you and like leaves, I guess, with him, with Yanqing. That was too fast of a... Oh, we gotta play as March right now?
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yun Li!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Zhu-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you, but I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yun Li?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But Why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
Moments later. You'll see her in the cute outfit.
So what do you think, Masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Ahem. All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Almost shut. Let's see what she looks like. So it's the same like flower motif, but then there's also some like lotus stuff. How can I get like a better? Oh, if I open up camera mode. I think there's a quick button for it, but I don't know it. It's still like the pink and blue theme. And, like the little like round flowers, but they have a slightly different like... I guess maybe they're cherry blossoms on this one? Or some sort of like tree blossom. They have a very cute outfit. I'm gonna talk to...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to... Come on. Step forward and
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
I could take 10 of you.
Pose. Okay, no rush, Miss March. You're still inexperienced with the sword. Why don't you use your skill first and learn a few moves from me? So she's got support, which...
Come on!
She's got the Immortal's
me
Delight.
fight.
The way she's standing with it.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Luofu's swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Shifu's attack can accumulate charge. Oh, she can like...
The sword
pick,
is like
somebody
water.
to like
It
gain
cannot
attack
remain
off
still.
of. Like charge from for March 7 to make her realize powerful abilities. Oh, so it's like she like watches what the person does.
Blade and flight! Yes, you!
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Ignore him. Strength
Putting
is
that on
everything.
Aventurine would be good.
Slash!
Right on time.
Like this? Shine.
Well done! Strike with heart!
Yes, you!
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Mountain!
Time for swordplay.
Blade and flight!
Awesome! You'll make good practice.
and then she gets a charge.
With a true heart and focused mind, here I come!
Right on time.
Ha!
Yes, you! Again. Right on time.
How many can you block?
Cleave through clouds!
I feel like Yunli would be the
Practice
better
is over.
choice because she gets more hits.
Swords
in.
descend!
I could take 10 of you! Yeah!
Oh, her all. Okay.
Time to show you what I can really do!
Thinking about Lofu things.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Sword play. Blade in flight!
You'll make good practice.
Yes, you! Right on time. Strike! Time for sword play.
Melt!
Strike with heart.
Oh, I get it! All right, check out this move!
Mountains fall! Yes, you! Right on time.
How many can you block?
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you
I mean,
the
I
same
feel like
thing.
traditionally
Dual
the
swords
in,
require
like, fiction,
agility. So what's
the
more
footwork
important
is more
than
important.
footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
And it's like, one, they only have a short period of time to teach her, so they can't really, like, do a lot of strength training. Two, typically, like, especially, like, smaller, like, people, the, like, in, like, fiction, I don't know about real life strength probably matters more, but, in fiction, technique matters a lot more than, like, your strength. It's always, like, the smaller guy with the better, like, technique beats the stronger guy.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Yeah, David and Goliath.
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing.
Yunli wants to turn her into a
Come on,
Goliath.
calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Thus begins the journey of March 7th sword training. Okay, she's a hunt character. Oh, that's why she had, like, just single target. Yeah, I think it unlocks, like, a, like with the Trailblazers ones, but I don't know about her Eidolons. Now she's got her own Eidolons, which I guess maybe I'll get via story. Shifu is on the field. Increase March 7 speed by 7. Or not by 7, by 10. Shifu uses basic attack or skill to attack an enemy target. March 7 immediately launches follow-up attack. Oh, that number 2 is good. Okay, so she needs these to be useful because she wasn't that great in the tutorial. I mean, it is very interesting. I hope they do it for, like, more characters. I'm kind of sad they didn't do it for Dan Heng. Like, even if they made you, like, pull for it, they could have still, like, had it be attached to Dan Heng. I guess it's still neat that you can put 2 Dan Hengs on a team. You can't do 2 marches on a team. I think you can do 2 Actually, have I tried putting 2 Dan Hengs on a team? Do they let you? I think they let you. Oh. Which is in that position right now. Where I just had you.
March, remember that...
Maybe 2.
Forget it, you never remember.
Oh, that's cute.
March, stay with the group. Don't rush off.
I don't know if he always says that. I feel like he's always said those things. I mean, well, that's specifically because she's in the party, but they each had different ones. Definitely won't let me do this, yeah. I wonder if I, like, swap her. Because this is, like, one of the few, like, spots where they're gonna, like... Let's see. Nope, okay, you can't do that. That'd been funny if I could. Back on hunt. Okay, let's fix the party. That'll be something for her. Let's see. So I want a character that has, like, a lot of moves. That does, like, a lot of stuff, because she gains, like... from the character doing a lot. Let's go like that. You. And then we can have somebody who uses... healer that needs to be, like, needs more, stuff, maybe, or... Let's see. I mean, if we have, Aventurine, we don't even need a healer. Oh, I know what I'll do. Wait. Let's go with an all... No, wait, come on. There we go. This party. Okay. They're an all imaginary full Trailblazer party except for Aventurine at the end. Okay, I'm ready. Time marches on.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Luofu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Days and nights fly by in the Delve as the war dance fast approaches. Under the strict supervision of the two masters, March 7th trains tirelessly, almost developing tennis elbow. On that day, after the sword training.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Maybe I have a chance of defeating my masters. Just watch. I'll win a fight when the time comes.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's
want
no
March on a
such
flying
thing as
sword.
the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for
Yeah,
that.
for a parry knife, yeah.
And
No
if I
sword is
kick
a
your
weak
butt,
sword. March
You'll
is a
drop out of
parry.
the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right! You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing!
Mr. Jiaoqiu. Tackles pink-haired fox. This is Mr. Jiaoqiu.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts.
Yeah, it's like I thought he was a doctor.
I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, Why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. Apprentice.
The little flowers on him are kind of like they're either supposed to be snowflakes or it's like they look like anise like flowers. Like I don't know if the anise is flowers or not, but like the little like starred anise or whatever. It kind of looks like that, which I know is like a medicinal thing. And he's supposed to be like a doctor, so I wonder if that's like why he's got that particular flower on him. I'm getting hungry.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
I don't know if they're flowers in real life, but it's definitely a flower-shaped thing. And his like flower motif is like this shape that is very similar to the like star anise. It's like, and then his like he's got this shape on him like a bunch. Let me see what a star anise is, if it's a flower or not. I've only ever seen them dried, yeah. I mean, like, it looks like the shape of the dried one, is what I'm saying. I think those are like slices of something, though. I guess maybe they are flowers though too, because like when you like search for it, that's also how it kind of, but it's like a weird flower. The flower looks different than this shape. Like when it's like alive, it looks almost like pink and fleshy. It's like strange. It is a flower though. But the specific shape that I'm referring to is like the dried one, is what the shape is similar to. Though an actual, like, star anise has more, more petals. So I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be or not.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
Which then would go to him having like an
You're
anise
the general's
theme.
cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want.
I guess a joke or serious question. If it's a joke, you can go ahead and put the punchline. If it's like serious, the difference is there's quite a few differences. They're different settings, but they're within like this. It's not fully been explored yet, but it's implied to be the same like multiverse. Genshin is the most like disconnected. Genshin and Zenless are the most disconnected from the rest of the multiverse, but the two Honkai games are very connected in their multiverses, But there's still like characters that connect to Genshin, like the Raiden Shogun is like, and then like Sakura, Yae are characters from the Honkai setting. So it'd be setting wise they're slightly different. It's like different parts of the multiverse. And then gameplay wise is the big difference. Only able to play Genshin. Okay, so gameplay wise there's big differences. Star Rail is a turn-based game. The character aesthetics are closer to Genshin's than they are to Impact Thirds. But I guess Impact Third's modern character design is very close though too. But Star Rail is a turn-based game. For a turn-based game though, it is very is a very fast turn-based game, and there is some like, because like for the alts you can like choose the timing, so there is like some like variety in like timing and stuff. But if you just put it on auto, it just plays itself like an auto babbler. World presentation wise, Star Rail is like kind of like typical JRPG world presentation, where it's like small instance maps that connect via like gates. But though these instance maps are pretty like large in some places, so it's like an open world JRPG style, where it's like, even though there's like loading gates, it's pretty open. But there is no what is it? There's no climbing or jumping in Star Rail. For Honkai Impact Third is a lot more mobile style. Impact Third has a menu-based system where it's like you like how like mobile games where it's like you have your like, this is the story, chapter 1, part 1, fight 1 or whatever, and you just like maneuver through the fights via the menu, and then they play like the visual novel segments like in the like chapter. But then with the newest update to Impact Third, they've added a few open world segments, but like the new one has open world segments that are very much akin to Star Rail's open world segments. So like story presentation currently, they're both about the same. Impact Third's story presentation's still like a little rough because they're still using like their old like engine, but with like new aesthetics. And then like, whereas like Genshin is like fully open world and like you can jump and stuff. You can't jump around in either game. You can jump a little bit in Impact Third, but that's only on certain characters. There's like aerial combat. That's like the biggest difference. And then of course the stories are completely like their own thing, while still being like slightly connected. Of the characters here, only Yanqing appears in Impact Third. I think Star Rail is my like favorite story, but gameplay wise right now I'm liking the newest one, which is ZZZ Zenless Zone Zero. For Zenless, it is the most disconnected story currently from the like multiverse. But the gameplay is like an evolved version of Impact Third's gameplay. It's like, oh yeah, and Impact Third is also action, and so is Zenless. Kind of like Genshin's action, but more it's kind of more quick paced than Genshin's action, whereas like Genshin's action is continuous, like from like encounter to encounter, place to place. Impact Third and Zenless is like, this is the encounter, like the scripted encounter, fight the monsters, battle over type of like encounters. But Zenless has the best like action combat currently of the 3 action combat ones. But the story for Zenless is a little bit lacking because there's only like the 1 update, and so nothing has happened yet. Whereas then like Impact Third has too much story. I do not know what's going on. I have like trying to like get caught up, and it's like just like skimming stuff, and I don't know what's going on. and like it lets you like skip around in Impact Third. Like you can like decide to play the new update instead of like going through everything else, so you can just like put yourself in the middle of the story and not know what's going on. Too much story, yeah. Impact Third has too much story. Like, especially because they just came out with, they're calling it Part 2, and it's like the whole new open world segment, and I was doing that the other day, and like there's like, Part 2 is like pretty self-contained, so it's not like you're fully like lost, but like there's still like mentions of like previous stuff, and so it's like hard to like parse out exactly what's going on. I need to read the entire thing. And then, what's another thing about Impact Third's stuff? Oh, and then the other thing about Impact Third, it's the only one that doesn't have an English dub. All the other games have English dubs, like the other 3 games have English dubs. Impact Third has no English dub, it's only Chinese or Japanese, and by default it puts you on Japanese. Which, like, the Japanese voice acting is good, but I kind of wish default was Chinese. I know, I need to like sit down and like work on it. It's just there's other games and stuff. But Impact Third, I kind of wish they like did Chinese by default, because like the subtitles and the names don't match. Yeah. But so that's like the breakdown of the differences and stuff in Sekiro. That's a very specific set of like selective interest of like my hyperfixations are Honkai Impact Third only and Sekiro. That's kind of funny. We're behind the size of Dante's speech. Okay, I will resume this. Currently, they are teaching March how to, like, use a sword and Jiao Cho. Oh, and then, additionally, another thing about Star Rail is similar to Genshin. They have, like, the different nations that are, like, different, like, cultural inspirations. Though the Star Rail ones, I also like about Star Rail, I like the setting a little bit better than Genshin's setting. Because, like, the Genshin setting, it's like still one like world, whereas like with Star Rail, it's like all new worlds. Each world is like a different like set of inspirations. So this particular world is like the equivalent to like the Liyue, but it's called the Zhangzhou Luofu, and it's instead of being like how Liyue is just a city on like the sea or whatever, just like a port city. The Zhangzhou Luofu is like a world ship. Like it is like a country-sized, I don't know about country, or at least like large city, county-sized ship that has like habitable like areas like on the surface so people can get like sunshine and stuff. But it's like a Chinese immortal themed world ship, and it like is so cool to me. And so Jiao Cho is from like a different ship in the fleet, and they're all like different fleet people are visiting because they're holding like a war dance festival, which is like a martial arts competition. Yeah, so they have a massive ass military. Yeah, that's because they fight the abominations of abundance. They are like immortal killing immortals. Immortal on immortal violence. But though they're the good immortals in their minds because they want to die, whereas the other immortals just want to keep spreading and keep breeding. So that's why they're the like ones in the right in their minds. But so Jiao Cho is here to like stir shit up, whereas in like I forgot her name, Yan Li and Yan Qing. I don't think Yan Li's her name. The girl over here in Yanqing, the boy, are like rivals from like 2 different ships that are like their like masters told them to train March as like a bonding exercise. And so, but Yao Cho I think is just here to stir shit up.
Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
I could kill you with my pinky finger. Why suddenly getting all serious with kids? It seems like you just got offended.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you
Those
recognize
kids are
this
like
bottle of medicine?
twice your age.
No?
Well, March
This
assumably is actually
called
ancient, so actually maybe
tumble
not.
dust. An extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
I said that because I was thinking, oh yeah, March is like 20-something, but no, I think March is actually like the oldest being on the ship, like implied by like some of her lore. That's just speculation, though. They haven't like fully stated how truly ancient March is. But from her perspective, she's just like 20-something. Back in the day, you're going into that about the abundance and stuff. Yeah. The short of it is, though, they're immortal killing immortals. Where'd the kid here? Like, yeah, the Trailblazer is like the baby. But he's not in this scene, so it's just a matter of March is like the most ancient thing on this ship, assumably. Even though like they haven't fully like explored her lore yet.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a
Like
patient's
82,
body during
yeah.
surgery,
He's not here, though.
making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
An additional thought is, like, I don't even think Welt can legally drink on the Lofu, probably. Because the Lofu has, like, very different age, like, considerations. I know he definitely can't go and see, like, the, he can't go to, like, a dirty movie, because, like, you have to be, like, 100, to watch a dirty movie on the Lofu. I don't know about the drinking age, though. Goodbye.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive.
Exactly, he said here for it. I think it's just more the abundance just wants everything to like be alive uncontrollably. So it. I think is that the one they call the cancer of all worlds, or no the cancer of all worlds is the Stellaron. Never mind. But the abundance is like a cancer god, and it wants everything to have cancer. Because cancer means more life. The abundance just wants more life, regardless of what that life is. It wants all that life to live forever. The Sanctus Medicus were following it because they think they can like ascend like to a higher degree of immortality and overcome the Mara struck. So, yeah.
Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
We may not yet be
well,
100 years
then
old,
you
but we
should
have
know
seen
that
at
the
least
war
2
dance
wars.
is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience?
Them young. I think they've only like
This is how the
experienced like
general
1 or
replied.
2
To
at their
unsheath your
age.
sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
I mean, they do, though, pump them full of the anti-abundance propaganda, though, too. I feel like, rather than the abundance being evil, it's just, like, it's like a neutral force of, like, of nature. Because the abundance just wants, like, life to never end. Like, life to be unending. Is it her fault that, that life needs to eat? It needs land to breed? Not fully. Yeah, only the one who loses is evil. Because the Zhongzhou residents sided with the stronger force, the Hunt, they get to be the ones in the right. Just like how the IPC sides with the preservation, which is even more, like, powerful.
Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
So I was looking at his outfit still. Let me open up camera mode. So, like, the little, like, charm he's got looks a lot like a little star anise, but though then his name means, like, peppermill, or not peppermill, but, like, pepper hill. So it could be, like, some sort of, like, spice, other spice. That little, like, thing on his belt looks like an anise, like, very much, especially because, like, it's got the little, like, seeds in it. And that his name is, like, spicy is kind of funny, though, like, that he talked about the food earlier. I'm thinking it's, like, star anise, though, on him. Because it's, like, a herbal, like, spice.
Let's go.
Estel, all
I'll
the
give you a
Foxians
tour
have
of the
fluffy
Sky Splitter.
Estels. Okay, let's go to Stargazer W. I hope we get to sample him in this bit. That would be neat. If they're gonna, like, force me to use Yanqing and Yunli or whatever. I'd like to sample at least
Looks
some
like
Jiao
a lot of
Cho.
other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
Teens is the most fluffy. I mean, the new general.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
is pretty fluffy too. The Finnick Fox
No.
General.
It's nothing.
I mean, anything's fluffy compared to the
Do you
NPCs.
see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the
Fei
war
Zhao,
dance
yeah.
ceremony.
It doesn't look all that
Although it's her
impressive
ears
from this
that are the big
distance.
things.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou.
Yeah, she is
Luofu,
like gender swap
standing in the
Jing
ring,
Yuan.
ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
On the same way that like
Since
Yun
I
Li
was
is
a
like
kid,
gender swap Qing
I've
Zhao.
been training in swordplay and the art of war under the
But
general.
attitude wise, not appearance wise.
Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times,
like
and then thrust it
Fei
10,000
Zhao is like
times,
appearance wise Fim.
repeating the
Jing Yuan,
process
too.
over and
Like
over.
with the ears.
I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the
Killing
world.
your enemies, the best feeling in the world.
But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Zhao Cho meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness.
Yeah, Jing, yeah.
After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back
I like
together.
Yanqing though, so it's fine.
No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Zhao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
Where is Zhao Cho? Zhao Cho is like the claw up at the
Oh,
corner.
Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
I want to know, come on.
All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I'm curious about like the lifespans of them and like when they mature.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does.
That's
The
why
only
you're
reason
less
I'm
than him.
participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged.
Yanqing's got a lot of things on his mind about about how many times his ass has been beat by his grandmaster, his master's friends, his other master's friends. Just everyone beats up poor Yanqing. There's plenty of thoughts in his head.
Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
Even we beat up Yanqing,
I
constantly
see.
on the...
It's not easy for kids on the Juming either.
Before the Divergent Universe, I used to go specifically to the Yanqing one because he was the easiest boss to fight with the team I had at the time.
Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than
Beating
to be
him up was
lost
part
and
of the weekly
confused.
schedule.
I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too,
I've got dreams too.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
This is a trap
I
to get him,
understand.
breaking the law.
Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Jiaoqiu waves and then leaves.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my
Doesn't
strength
sound
for
like your
tomorrow.
confidence is boosted. Sounds like it's been
All right.
destroyed.
I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
It's gonna be funny when the enemy we do have to fight has no imaginary weakness for my entire imaginary team.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship.
I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out.
When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance.
How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids, didn't your
The
parents
fact that
ever
they
tell
don't
you to stay
recognize
away
Yuan-Ching
from
is
the
already
Stargazer
suspicious.
Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
What are you calling kids?
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Okay, so he wants to cover it up.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Huh? Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. Big Sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you
My guess
repeat what
is
you just said,
Borison.
Yuan-Ching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the three people we just met.
Blush.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
Well, because all he said is it
I knew
like
that from
okay
the
for people to
beginning.
be here while we are here.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yuan-Ching at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Laofu or something?
Is he
Not
famous on
even the
Laofu
Cloud
or
Knights on the
something?
Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
He is the like general's right-hand man of like the general in charge of the entire thing.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that?
How dare they speak a foreign
I
language
have a
on the
feeling
loaf?
that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Don't get too close, Miss March. They might spot you.
Okay, just right here. We have to take a photo of them. Multi-conditional photo shoot. Take a click. Oh, we gotta zoom in on them.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Some Scooby-Doo stuff. Oh, right here, okay. Taking advantage of the temporary absence of the group, you cautiously approach the crate and crawl inside.
So cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
You hear footsteps pacing back and forth beside the crate. If someone were to open the crate at that moment, they would certainly catch you in your ridiculous hiding position. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. The floating mechanism at the bottom of the crate is activated. You feel it begin to drift slowly forward. After what feels like an entire amber air of holding breath in silence, you heard the sound of a crate touching down.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
The departing footsteps sound like a signal, prompting you to breathe a sigh of relief.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where did they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Failing track down the... They added so many new little systems to this one.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly.
I guess we have trailed before, but in a
make
different
sure
like,
to keep
location.
an eye on them. Hide
like
out
a
of
slightly
sight
different
as
version.
soon as there's any sign of activity.
That was more instance based. This is like, I guess this is technically an instance, but oh, about to lose the target. We did do a telling one before for the IPC one with Topaz.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs.
Means there's more of them here.
Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Neither Borison. Interesting that they still have the shackles despite not being like captured
Borison,
ones.
take 10 of you.
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
I give this to Venturine.
Here you go, Master.
Watch your head. Take your positions.
I mean, this is
Dreams do
only
come
the
true.
second time using her.
I hit the
She's
mark.
kind of similar to Jade, except instead of getting a follow-up attack, she
The
gets
mood is set,
just a,
just
like,
let the
a
show
boosted
begin.
attack. So she's like lesser Jade. I don't know what her buff actually does. Let me see. I think she's like both, or she's like a support hunt, which is kind of strange. Because she has a support skill, but she's a hunt character. Let's see what it does. Oh, that only charges her. It doesn't like buff anybody. Maybe one of her like things will like let it be a buff. But that just like lets her charge. Does it buff her? Just the higher her charge there, it looks like the more like attack she has. But so it's just she's like similar to Jade, where she can like charge off of somebody else's attack. I guess also what's his face, Misha also does that, but like in a different way, where you don't have to like select an individual to like charge off of.
The dice
like you
have
do
been
with Jade and
cast,
March.
bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
But she's a hunt character, so her like usefulness is kind of like just for like single targets.
The times are changed. The heavens surge. Break!
Be to shine. Yeah.
Watch your head. Did the rhythm get messed up?
I sense a
She can,
storm.
like use it on multiple. I'm gonna test if she can use it on multiple targets.
I could take 10 of you.
Or if it like
Nice
switches.
job.
Okay, it switches the target to do that. So I'll also see if
Dreams do come true.
the amount of hits, like what, like her
Dirty.
skill points changes the amount.
Prick. All in.
Awaken, dormant world-cleansing dragon.
Oh, I get it. Huh, yeah.
Sure, I'll play along.
Her alt's pretty just
Time to
interesting
show
visually.
you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
As soon as I
They're
get to
not
a stop, I'm kinda
Foxians
gonna
at
get
all.
away from this
They
and
revealed their
open up
true form.
Final Fantasy
They're
soon.
Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Orson have infiltrated the Zhangzhou, forced to disguise themselves as Foxians.
What kind of trick did they use? When we were tracking them earlier, they looked just like normal Xianzhou Foxians.
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our
Oh, they
clothing
stole
and
the
shaving their
skin.
whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Meanwhile, at the Seat of Divine Foresight... Okay. Well, I would love to see more of this. This is one of the... This is like... Rather than being like a continuation quest, this is like the true, like, continuation of what happened before. Because, like, there were so many loose ends at the end of the story before. And they're finally tying everything up, like, on, like, how Locha and Jing Liu are, like, tied into everything. I should probably do Jing Liu's companion quest. That would probably give me some more information about how she's tied into everything. Oh, Fei Zhou's up there too. Oh, well, that'll have to be for next time. Because it's not gonna be just 10 minutes if I go up there. Let's see, do I get anything? Oh, the login stuff maybe, but I think I already got the login. Oh, it's just that this one is, like, available now. Oh, you get her... Okay, so you get her Eidolons via the event, it looks like, yeah. Or at least 3 of her Eidolons. Or Eidolons. I don't know where the other 2 are gonna come from. Maybe from, like, the store or something. Or it could also be just for doing the story. No, we're doing different story endings. Okay, but we will figure that out another time. Let me open up Final Fantasy and get that started. Okay. I just remembered Zinless's dailies. Where's my phone at? I didn't do all the dailies for for Star Rail, but like Zinless's dailies are easier to do than Star Rail's dailies. That's because there's like less content currently. Let's see. Let's open up Final Fantasy. Oh, Final Fantasy is doing like a boba thing. Where is it at? Get into the game though for now. Nope, they're doing an update, of course. How long will this take? 8 minutes. Okay, not that long. Let me read about this, like, boba event and then change my title and stuff, too. Also, I should run I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad while I just, like, update the game. So, to get rid of the pre-rolls and stuff. I'm not gonna talk during much during the time unless somebody else talks to me, but... Okay. So I've got a 6-minute update. Let me read about the, oh, and I should switch over to the call, too. Just, like, prep stuff. Okay, there. Okay, but where is Gongcha at? So there's like some sort of like boba event where you can like go get like Final Fantasy themed boba. I don't know where the store is at. I don't even have like a list of like participating stores. Called Gongcha. Let's see where that's at. Oh, they're like an LA based thing, I think. Oh, there's a couple before LA, but they're kind of like in the center of California. We're gonna go one of those towns we were gonna go to because there's like a shopping outlet. Oh, it is in the outlets where they have the drink place. Oh, so I might be able to get that if they're like participating, because the place where this boba place was is a place I was planning to go sometime this month. It's like a long drive away, but like to another town. That's neat. So I'm definitely gonna see if they have it. Does it say which ones have it though? How long is it for? Till the 28th. Where are the locations? Purchase any 3 drinks in 1 transaction to receive the Proxy King mount. Okay, locations. That's just the locations of the places. It doesn't say if they're participating in the all like locations. It doesn't say which location. I'll have to see then. Oh, it's specifically for this like Final Fantasy thing. There's a like special boba shop called Gongcha. And only they don't have a list of participating stores, so I don't know which ones are like the participating stores or not. But there's one in a town that's like an hour or 2 out that we were gonna visit anyway because it's got like a big shopping center. So I'm thinking about going and trying to see if I can get it there, but I'm trying to figure out if that location is a valid one for the store. But then also now the computer's like freezing because Final Fantasy tried to open up, but I'm still using the browser. The browser froze. Just gonna like kill it and then try to log back in. Oh, it's that it crashed. Okay, Final Fantasy crashed and then it crashed Chrome. Like I'm reading stuff on Chrome. There's also like a list of Canadian locations. I'll peek at that in a sec too. But not that you play Final Fantasy. But they have like special event like boba drinks. To close out Chrome because it crashed. It's too bad I haven't seen any. Well, I haven't like checked Honkai properly to see if they're doing any more like physical events. There is one in I want to say there's one in the fall. I don't remember what like date time it is. But like at a fairground in a different city, so I had to travel to a couple hours to a different city to go there. But it's one of the small ones in the middle, so I'm not going to state it. So I got to travel a long ways for that too, but though I guess we'll also travel for this Final Fantasy thing. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to figure out the location for this Final Fantasy one. Let's see. Oh, this like Gongcha tea place that the Final Fantasy ones are collaborating with. They have like a lot of Canadian locations. There's like 3 in Vancouver, 1 in Coquitlam, 2 in New Westminster, 1 in Langley. Okay, this Alberta is like a state. Let's see. Alberta. Edmonton has like 4. Calgary has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Calgary has 8 of these like Gongcha tea places. Okotoks has 1, and then Airdrie has 1. Calgary has freaking like what is it? 8 of them. Oh, you have a Gongcha tea? So apparently they're doing like a Final Fantasy thing, but you have to buy three drinks to get the card. But though it's not even on like their like actual website, I don't see. So I don't know what locations are participating. I don't think there's that many ones in California, but I know one that's a place we were already gonna visit, so. You get a mount. It's a like a little flying pig mount. I will just share my screen. I don't think there's anything particularly damaging currently, as long as I like close out everything else. I can share it briefly on the screen. There. So like it's like you get this pig. The Proxy King mount. It says North America, Europe, and Oceania. Purchase 3 drinks and 1 transaction to receive the Proxy King mount. Oh, I should check and see if they have a New Zealand one for Soul. Okay, but let me work on opening the game back up, though. That's useless for you, yeah, but you could go get, like, Final Fantasy themed boba. I don't know if it's all locations, because it doesn't specify what specific locations. It's kind of annoying. But I'm already going to the one town that has one, so I'll check it when I go there sometime in the next week or so. We're gonna go. We don't have like a plan set, but me and my grandma were talking about going shopping in that town because they have like a big shopping center. Let's open up Final Fantasy and then I'll check if there's a New Zealand location.